All right, so disc brakes versus rim brakes. This debate has been going on for years, and honestly, it gets more emotional than it should. Both systems do one simple job: help us stop safely. Rim brakes are the classic choice, using the wheel rim for friction. They're lightweight, simple, and easy to maintain. Disc brakes are more modern, using a rotor at the hub, offering better control and performance, especially in tough conditions. They look advanced and have become popular. But here's the truth nobody wants to admit. This isn't about one being perfect or useless, it's about how and where we actually ride. So let's see how these really compare. Performance in real life. Let's talk about what really matters. Disc brakes definitely have an advantage when it comes to consistent stopping power. If we're riding in the rain, mud, or dusty roads, disc brakes keep performing almost the same. That's because the braking surface is away from the tire and less exposed to dirt and water. Rim brakes, though, struggle a bit in those conditions. When the rim gets wet, braking distance increases. We might have to squeeze harder or react earlier. But here's the part people don't say enough. On dry roads, rim brakes are actually very good. Like, really good. For everyday city riding, normal speeds, and casual cycling, the difference is not as dramatic as people make it seem. So yes, disc brakes win in tough conditions, but rim brakes are far from bad. They're just less forgiving when things get messy. Now let's get into something a lot of riders care about: how the bike feels. Rim brakes are lighter, no extra rotors, no calipers at the hub, no hydraulic fluid. This makes the bike simpler and slightly faster, especially when climbing hills. That's why a lot of traditional road cyclists still love rim brakes. Disc brakes add weight. Not a huge amount, but it's there. And for competitive riders or people obsessed with speed, every gram matters. But here's where it gets interesting. Disc brakes give us better control. The braking feels smoother and more precise, especially with hydraulic systems. We don't need to squeeze as hard, and we can modulate braking more easily. So again, it's a trade-off. Rim brakes give us a lighter, simpler ride. Disc brakes give us more control and confidence. This is the part a lot of people ignore until something breaks. Rim brakes are easy. We can fix them almost anywhere. Brake pads are cheap, adjustments are simple, and most local mechanics know exactly how to deal with them. Disc brakes, a bit more complicated, especially hydraulic ones. If something goes wrong, we might need special tools, proper bleeding, or even professional help. And yes, parts can be more expensive. But here's the honest truth. Disc brakes don't need constant adjustment like rim brakes. Once they're set up properly, they usually stay consistent for longer. So it becomes a question of convenience. Rim brakes are easier to fix quickly. Disc brakes need less frequent attention, but are harder to repair when they do need it. Alright, this is the part where we get real. The truth nobody wants to admit is this: most riders don't actually need disc brakes. Yeah, that might sound controversial, but think about it. If we're riding in the city, commuting, or just enjoying casual rides, rim brakes are more than enough. They've been doing the job perfectly for decades. Disc brakes are amazing, no doubt. But for many of us, they're more of a nice to have than a must have. At the same time, another truth: once we try good disc brakes, especially hydraulic ones, it's hard to go back. The confidence, the smooth braking, the control, it feels premium. So both sides are kind of right and kind of wrong. Now comes the question we've all been waiting for. Which one should we go for? If we ride in wet conditions often, deal with rough roads, or just want the best braking performance no matter what, disc brakes make a lot of sense. They're reliable, powerful, and future-proof. But if we want something simple, lightweight, budget-friendly, and easy to maintain, rim brakes are still a fantastic choice. They're not outdated, they're just different. At the end of the day, it's not about what's trending or what people argue about online. It's about what fits our riding style. Because the real truth, both systems work, both are safe, and both can be the right choice depending on how we ride. So yeah, that's the real story behind disc brakes versus rim brakes. Not hype, not bias, just what actually matters. We hope this helped clear things up and maybe saved us from overthinking the decision. Let us know what we prefer and why. Because honestly, this debate isn't ending anytime soon. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you in the next one.